Okay, so here we go with another YouTube video. I'm using my smartphone this time because it's a better camera, better quality, and all that. Plus, I can pause while recording, and I don't think I can do that with the old Jazz camera. But I just want to throw out an update here and my situation and whatnot. By the way, this is not my house. This is just a shop. Just in case anyone's wanting to know. I know how people jump to conclusions and all that. But I got all the cans stowed, crushed and stowed. That took a while. I got filthy and dirty, and there was a dead, rotten mouse in one of the cans, and that blew me down the driveway, and I almost puked on all over myself. But, you know, that's cans. You know, I had to put up with that smell for the rest of the day. But I'm trying to keep this video short, just a quick update, probably like 15, 20 minutes. I got my notes here for, like, you know, tasks that I have to do and whatnot. Already got some of those in the paper and whatnot for, like, I'm designing equipment and equipment upgrades. So it's kind of like a game, so that's fun. And I've got the thing you saw there that was designing an upgrade, those wheels right there for the bike wagon upgrade, and there's the bike wagon. You can probably see it better in this video than the last one. And my situation with I tried to get my computer, get a Voco screen, which is a screen video capture program for Linux, and I couldn't get that to work, and it froze my computer, and I had to restart my computer. And that caused, that's how I found out that every time I had to restart my computer or the power goes out or whatever, I got to reset my Wacom Cintiq tablet settings. Nothing serious, nothing damaged, but it does make it problematic in, you know, getting the ability to record what is on my screen. So I can't do any video game playthroughs, and more importantly, which is a bigger loss, I can't, you know, record making any videos. I can't record myself doing any art or animation tutorials showing how I do my process and whatnot. But everything's going well. So the computer situation is going to stay with me getting it, or having asking my brother to fix up the tablet situation, so I can draw and animate, get more of my art out there, attract more customers for commissions, and do that. Because it's going to take because the computer software, I probably need to reinstall Linux because I haven't updated it in a long time, and that's probably what caused the entire situation right now as it is. However, the computer was never finished being built in the first place, and the hardware was not suited for Linux. And it'll take about $1,500 to really, it'll take at least $1,500 to really get the computer that I need. And so it'll be a while before I can actually do any screen captures. The ancient microphone that came from my mother's original computer some 10, 15 years ago still works, actually. I did discover that much, and I might be able to use the Jazz camera as a web camera, but that'll come later, probably much later. I'm not sure how much later, depending on how well I do, how fortunate I am. And as far as buying a tripod for my smartphone, I might just make one. That seems like something simple enough that I can make, so I'll probably add something to that tripod, or just make a totally different one, because all I need is something to hold on to the smartphone while I film, and it doesn't really need to be adjusted all that much. But anyway, like I said, I'm wanting to keep this short. So basically, all I have left to do today, my tasks, is that is a straight tree I'm using for pole crafting. I shaved off the bark on that one the other day. I got to gather 7 more of those, and put them up there, and then get back to covering the garden for the rest of the day and into the night. And I got my headlamp here so I can work in the night. Not afraid of cold or anything. And this right here is, you know, just practice carving something to do for the, and it's come along very well. I was better at carving than I thought I was, and it's just practice. I have no intention of selling this, but this was done very quickly, by the way. So that's something else I can consider for the farmer's market and whatnot. Got my carving tools and whatnot. The shop is still a mess. I got to straighten that up. There's the Genesis red bike. You can see that much better in this video than the last one. That's the bike I fixed up, and I'm going to collect cans with the bike wagon. And what I need the 7 or 8 poles for is tomorrow. I'm going to use this salvaged tarp. As you can see, it's kind of threadbare. There's a bunch of holes in them. I had to dig the big one right there. It's a gigantic one out of a big wood pile, old wood pile. And I'm going to cover the beehives in a tent. I'm going to make a frame and cover the frame with the tarp and make a tent for the bees to help them not freeze and die this winter. I've got like salvaged, I've got that salvaged styrofoam board wrapped around them that I showed you in the last video. That I'm bringing to my area, the little platform. I'm probably going to make that for like firewood and whatnot. And I also need to construct a junk stand for the for my area too. Probably going to use the poles for that. Just useful junk and whatnot that I can use. And anyway, sorry if this video is a little wonky. I'm still new to this, and if there's any like clips or jumps in it, it's because I'm pausing and whatnot to get what I need done, think about what I need to say and all that, and you know, walk to wherever. And but by the way, these are my 10 badass Herculean tomato cages I salvaged from the goat pen fence. So yeah, so I'm gonna have so I'm gonna fill the rest of this garden up right here, and you can see the corners better. Let me walk over here, and you can really see the corners here, the edges that I've got to fill up. It's gonna be a big rectangular shape towards the end, but yeah, that and once I get that filled, I'll be able to focus on other things for a little bit, like clearing, you know, like scrub trees and dead wood and weeds and whatnot out of the area, so I can rake up more and make room for, you know, more workstations and more beehives and whatnot. But yeah, last time I brought cans in, this was like 3/4 of the way full, and I had a pile of uncrushed cans. The crushed cans filled up the back of a Lincoln trunk, and you can fit like 4 to 6 people in there. So yeah, that was pretty full, and the rest were in the garbage bags with the uncrushed cans. And even when those cans weren't crushed, all those cans still wouldn't have filled this thing up. And that brought me $186 when I took them in. I gotta give that recycling center a call, see if they're still in business and still doing what, and check the price of aluminum per pound. But I've got more. I could probably put more in here, and then I'm gonna put like a garbage bag over it with duct tape to, you know, seal it, and then drag and push these. I'm definitely gonna need some help with that into my truck. And I can fit both of these in here. And I'm gonna use when I get that part of the once I get the main part of the garden covered, I'm going to be spending a lot of time going out with the bike, and yeah, in the winter. I was hoping to save that for the spring, but yeah, in the winter. And I'm going to try and fill this up all the way, and fill that up, and just bring it in, go out every day and fill it up. Probably go out multiple times a day if I have time, and just fill this up, because each one is probably worth around $200. I'm just gonna estimate it at $200 each, so that's $400. That's more than a month's worth. That's a month's worth of expenses for me, because my monthly expenses are my shop payment, my phone payment, and my website payment, because I'm not losing anything, and I'm planning on building more. But so yeah, and it's a fat chance that that I'll be able to fill both of these up once a month, because I mean, but it's definitely good supplemental income. And after a while, I'll have to look up how to, do my taxes, like being self-employed and all that. Like, I think I need a self-employment tax status or whatever, but I'll worry about that later. Right now, I'm just trying to get stabilized. So the rest of what I got to do today is just like I said, gather 7 poles that are basically just straight trees. I'm not going to bother shaving the bark off of them because it's unnecessary. And then I'm just going to get back to covering the garden. And then tomorrow I'm going to build the frame and tent for the beehives, and run some errands real quick. I got some more sugar, pull out my phone payments and all that, and then come back home, get right back to covering the garden. So hopefully it won't take too much. And once the garden is covered, I'll be able to focus on other things. Like I said, like these poles here, these big posts, I'll be able to make into the boundary of a big compost heap, which I'll need for preparing beds for like the underground crops like potatoes and carrots and whatnot, peanuts, and also I'll be also for starting seeds and directly into the garden, and transplanting seedlings into the garden. So I'll need that. That's a necessity and all that. But yeah, for the time being, covering the garden is of the utmost importance, because I need to get that out of the way. I need to. That huge chunk right there is not even the full garden. I've got this entire huge, vast rectangle, plus the trellised areas over there, and that over there for the big, for like the watermelons and the pumpkins and whatnot. But that'll come later and whatnot. So, but yeah, this is where the original strip was. You can see it a hell of a lot better in this video. And underneath these leaves is the original grass layer. So you can see how well it chokes out the weeds. The overgrowth here is just crabgrass that crept over from over and through the weak areas, but it really mats it down well, and it really likes to compact and whatnot. But yeah, coming up on 14 minutes thereabouts. But yeah, I just want to throw a little update out on what I'm doing, and just to keep y'all posted. And again, with the computer situation, it'll be a while before I can get to full strength on that. Eventually, I want to have my workstation or my work computer, which is the Linux one with the. I'll show y'all that later in another update, because I'm not in the house. But I want my Linux computer, my work computer, and another computer with Windows on it, so I can do game playthroughs, and that'll be my entertainment computer, where I watch movies and all that, listen to music, play games, and probably edit videos on both computers and whatnot. So yeah, but that'll be a while. So right now, I'm just gonna have my brother fix up my tablet situation to where I can draw and animate and do commissions and carry on like that. Oh, and I'm preparing more and whatnot to get ready for the farmers market. So I'll have to I'm not spending any money on anything but necessities. I'll probably have to I'll buy sugar for feeding the bees. I'll buy jars and whatnot for jams and jellies, and I'll probably be making some more soap for the farmers market too. So I really got to throw in as much as possible. These are soybeans, so I'll probably be growing some of those this year too. although that'd be for me. I make soy milk and okara and tofu, Chinese tofu, out of that, and I'll definitely want to show you all that in a video. And in that big bin right there are my peanuts, my raw peanut seeds. So I'll get to those eventually. I'll get on my feet. And if it looks like I might fail at this, I'll sign back onto Walmart, I guess. I really, really don't want to do that. Because I've got this chance right now. I can do this. So, but if that does happen, every single cent of that income will be put in the savings account aside from what I say have to pay for like necessities, helping my parents out with bills and gas and all that. And I will make sure that my family knows I have the fullest intent of quitting after I get a sizable amount of money in that savings account. But hopefully it won't come to that. It should not come to that, but I've got to make all the preparations I can and all that. That's what I'm doing with the next 3 months, December, January, and February are paid for as far as my expenses go. So I've got that much time to get cans, take them in, blah blah blah, the income tax, and try and coast and float into the farmers market with produce and honey. And that it's going to be a lot of work, but like I said, I got the fullest confidence. I got the support of my family and all that, and I just want to bring y'all along to watch me work and all that, and hopefully it'll get a lot more entertaining than this. Hopefully I'll get better at making videos and whatnot. But yeah, just wanted to throw y'all a little update, and I know I'm probably repeating myself a lot, but still. I'll probably throw another update out soon once I get the garden covered and the compost heap started. And I'm definitely going to want to put this, convert this rack, rearrange the shelves to where I can put these carboys up there and start brewing in the spring, because I got a lot of stress mounted and I can't spend any money on booze. I'm not an alcoholic, but I do need a drink every now and then. Hopefully this stuff isn't too vinegary. If it was, maybe that's just the flavor of it. I'll crack one of those open later. Keep y'all posted on that. But I guess that does it for this video. Hopefully it will get more entertaining in later videos. But yeah, anyway, I guess that's the video. Yeah, I'll see y'all next time.